Hello students, welcome back. So this is your SVS. Today's class I am discussing polymers. Not the traditional method. Polymers is one of the easiest and important chapter. For 10 minutes of revision, you will be getting one question. So which is easiest topic, and don't forget to read NCERT. Let us focus on the board. So first definition part is not that much important, but polymer is made up of with a simple particle we are calling monomer, and based on monomers we classified into different types. The first one is homopolymers. The most important question is I am giving complete list of monomers. That is going to be very easy for rest of the chapter. So homopolymer means they are made up of with one type of monomers. Example, polythene, monomer is ethene. PVC, polyvinyl chloride, monomer is vinyl chloride. Starch, alpha D glucose, whereas cellulose, beta D glucose. Nylon 6, very important. The other name also important, Perlon L. The monomer is caprolactam. Monomer is caprolactam. Whereas Teflon is nothing but tetrafluoroethene. Teflon is nothing but tetrafluoroethene, generally used for car as well as two-wheeler coating, and we are using even non-stick pans. Very important one is natural rubber. Natural rubber is, the monomer is isoprene. Its IUPAC name is also they are going to ask, 2-methyl 1,3-butadiene. Styrene, which is very important. Styrene undergoes both cationic as well as anionic polymerization. This is important. Acetate rayon is modification of the cellulose. Similarly, I am giving copolymers. What are copolymer? Which made up of it more than one type of monomer. I can say different functional groups. So here the first one is very important. Nylon 6,6. Hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. 6 member carbons are there. That is the reason we are calling 6,6. Bakelite, phenol and formaldehyde. Next one is terylene. Terylene is nothing but ethylene glycol terephthalic acid. The IUPAC name is benzene 1,4 dioic acid. Benzene 1,4 dioic acid. Terylene and glycol difference is, in both the cases ethylene glycol is common. In the place of terephthalic acid, if you take phthalic acid, what is phthalic acid, sir? Benzene 1,2 dioic acid. Next one is Buna N rubber, Buna S rubber. In both the cases, the common is monomer is 1,3 butadiene. The common one is 1,3 butadiene. And N for acrylonitrile, S for styrene. Next, nylon 2,6, 2018 NEET question. This is the NEET question. Nylon 2,6, biodegradable polymer which is contain glycine and aminocaprolic acid. Glycine and aminocaprolic acid. Thiol 1,3 dichloroethane. So next one is sodium tetrasulfide. Sodium tetrasulfide. Whereas in thiol, the catalyst used is magnesium hydroxide. And one more is there, melamac. So melamac is, thiol is 1,2 dichloroethane. 1,2 dichloroethane. So the catalyst used is magnesium hydroxide, whereas melamac is nothing but melamine and formaldehyde is the monomers. Melamine, its name is very, very important. 2, 4, 6. Triamino, 1, 3, 5. Triazine. Triazine. So next one is based on source. Based on source, we classify it into 3 types. Natural polymers, which are naturally present on animals and plants. Examples important. They'll ask which are the following is natural polymer, polysaccharides, proteins, nucleic acids, silk, wool, cotton, natural rubber, egg albumin. These are the best example for natural polymers. Mainly you have to concentrate only on examples. Second one is synthetic polymers, which are prepared in the laboratory. PVC is there, polythene is there, Teflon, so nylon, so polythene, bakelite, very, very important. PMMA, polymethyl methacrylate, which is called plexiglass. Very important example. Semi-synthetic polymers. When natural polymers are modified, we are getting semi-synthetic polymers. The best example, vulcanized rubber. So vulcanized rubber, rayon, cellulose nitrate and cellulose acetate. Cellulose nitrate and cellulose acetate, best example for semi-synthetic polymers. Next one, based on structure, we classify into 3 types. Linear, they have linear chains. Example, nylon. High density polythene, amylose. So in the case of starch, we have amylose and amylopectin. Amylose is linear polymer, amylopectin is branched polymer. So branched means they have branches. Amylopectin, low density polythene, very, very important, low density polythene. Finally, 3-dimensional polymers. So example, we have bakelite and melamine. We are going to discuss the structure. So this one is very, very important classification. Most of the questions will come from this, how the questions will be framed. This is based on molecular forces. They'll ask which of the following is elastomer, which is thermoplastic, which is not thermoplastic, which is fiber, like that questions will be asked, one type of question. The second one is, they will be asking, arrange the following decreasing order of their attractions. The second type of questions. I'll discuss all that very clearly. I'm giving examples. The first one is elastomers. Elastomers have weakest intermolecular attractions. Weakest intermolecular attractions are there, easily stretched. The best examples we have natural rubber, Buna N rubber, Buna S rubber, neoprene. Neoprene we are calling generally synthetic rubber. Buna N, Buna S, neoprene, synthetic rubbers. Monomer is chloroprene. The IUPAC name is important. 2-chloro, 1,3 butadiene. So weakest intermolecular attractions are elastomers. Next one is fibers. The strongest intermolecular attractions. And they have high tensile strength, high modules. This is very, very important. High tensile strength and high modules. Examples if you observe, terylene, nylon 6,6, polyester, wool, silk, orlan. Wool, silk, orlan. These are commonly we are using in our daily life. Nowadays, all synthetic fibers we are calling silks. All synthetic fibers we are calling silk nowadays. So next one is thermoplastics. Thermoplastics having attractions between fibers and elastomers. Therefore, so if you observe very clearly, these are linear or slightly branched. Linear or slightly branched. So formed by addition polymerization. Just within 2 minutes I am going to discuss what is addition polymerization. So formed by addition polymerization, the best example, polythene, PVC, Teflon, so polyvinyl acetate, etc. comes under this. And thermosettings. So generally, so these are semi-fluids which are made up of with multifunctional groups. They are highly branched. So high degree of cross-linking is there. On heating, they become very hard and it is a permanent change. It is permanent change. So example, melamine bakelite. Melamine bakelite. Bakelite already we discussed. The monomers are phenol and formaldehyde. Next one is, the question is, arrange the following decreasing order of attraction. This is very, very important question. So what I discussed, fiber strongest, elastomers weakest, and thermoplastics intermediate. So therefore always fiber will come first. Next we are writing thermoplastic. Next we are writing thermosetting. Finally elastomers. This is the order we have to follow. That is very, very important. So in this, which is fiber? Nylon 6,6. The first one is getting first priority. Next we should go for thermoplastic. Thermoplastic is nothing but polythene. Next finally we are going for thermosetting, that is Buna and rubber. So the order is 1, 3, 2 is the correct order. Next one is based on preparation synthesis. Polymers are classified into two types. The remaining classes based on this only, that I am going to do in part 2. So here, based on preparation, the first one is addition polymerization. Very, very important. Addition polymerization also we are calling chain growth polymerization. I repeat, addition polymerization, very important, we are calling chain growth polymerization. What is the definition? Polymer is formed